Good morning. Thanks for joining me today. It's getting to be late January. It's a weekend day. I'm out here early in the morning. It's going to be busy. It was a balmy 32 degrees this morning, so not quite as cold. We've already got a pretty good breeze. But I'm going to start hitting the points and see if I can come up with a fish or two. Stay tuned. Usually how I start every morning. Just start coming to the points. Fish are always going to relate to points. Fishing has been tough lately. I've been catching fish, but I have to use light line, small lures. I just can't get them to bite a swim bait or a jerk bait or anything like that. I'm not going to spend too much time on any one spot because I've got just hundreds of seagulls over here flying around, and they'll tell you where the fish are. Okay, I've come back into the back of a creek. The creek is just loaded with bait. I've caught fish here lots of times before. So my strategy is just to start back here in the back of the creek and start working my way out until I find fish. Kind of out of the wind back here, which makes it nice. Huh. A lot of surface activity this morning. This creek is just loaded with bait. There we go. This is one of my trusty spots. I always catch something. Hey. Bonus largemouth to start the day. Nice. 14, 15 inches. Nice largemouth. Yeah, I'll take it. I like it. Fish was fairly aggressive. This is just a point that drops off into relatively deep water. Drops off into about 18 feet. Uh-oh. Good fish, whatever this is. I believe it's a another largemouth. Well, color me surprised. It's a nice largemouth too. It's unusual here in this lake this time of year to catch largemouth, but that's a nice. That's probably 2.5 pounds. Whew. I'm going to spin my boat around. I was kind of throwing parallel to this point. The angle makes all the difference, evidently. 2 largemouths, which is, oh boy, that fish was deep there. Boy, geez, I'm not catching a lot, but these are quality fish. That's more what I expect. Big old spot. And that's about as big as those 2 largemouth. That's probably 2 pounds or better. It's a nice fish. I'll take it. That's what I come out here for. Again, I don't really care what species I catch. I just like catching them. I've just positioned my boat to where I can cast kind of parallel to the brake line coming down this point. Oh, did I lose him? Oh, I had him. Hit me right when I didn't expect it. I'm on to him now. I think I've got him kind of figured out on this point anyway. Should have had him. That was operator error. I screwed that up. More than likely I'm going to have to go right out in the wind as the day goes on. I had to stop out here deep, 30 feet of water. I see stripers down there. I figured I'd give it a shot. I make a lot of my own lures, so I'm a bass fisherman for the most part, but I use non-traditional bass, or non-traditional lures. The little lure that I use a lot in this time of year, I make it. My dad taught me how to make it, and it's essentially a walleye lure, but it works for pretty much anything that'll eat bait. Will eat it. I've made little tweaks to it over the years, and my dad he tweaks his, and we compare notes, but he definitely taught me how to use it and how to make it. So I'm coming in on a wind-blown point, and I'm fishing way out deep, but I'm gonna just work my way in. There's all kinds of bait, and it does show some fish mixed in. As I feared, it's going to be tough fishing again today. The spot where I caught the 3 bass earlier, I will return to later in the day, and they'll reload. There'll be more fish there, usually. Okay, I've fished several different areas today. This is the only place I've caught any fish, so I left it alone for a while, came back, and we're going to see if there's any fish here. I should get the net. This is a good one here. Come on up here. He's not that big. That's a nice spot though. Nice fish. I think that makes 4 on the day. Boy, they're Not very active. Tough fishing. I'm out here fiddling around in the deep water, and I believe this, I don't know what it is. It might be a striper. Yeah, gotta be. It's a big fish, whatever it is. Oh, oh boy. Are you working? Yes, you are. It's a pretty good striper there. I'm thinking 8 to 10 pounds probably. Pretty good fish. I mean, I caught him out of deep water, but I'll take it. That's a good striper. Like it. That's fun. Those are fun to catch. Fun to catch. So I'm gonna head back out here to deep water, see if I can catch a few more. That's more like it. That makes my day right there. I knew the minute I hooked him it was a better fish. The bass have been slow, so I'm glad to have some fish I can catch. I'll be thrilled if there's a few more hanging around. I'm out here again playing with the stripers. I see them on my fish finder, and if you just stick with it and keep after them, you can catch them. Got this fish out of 25 feet of water. Not quite as big as the last one, but it is a nice fish though. I'd say that's about 3 or 4 pounds. I love catching the stripers. That is fun. It's a slow kind of fishing because it just takes so long for your lure to get to the bottom. But if you've got patience, of course it helps to have my homemade lure. But I'll take that all day. Those are fun. They're not easy to catch, I will say. Caught a lot today, but everything I'm catching is pretty nice. That's a nice fish there. You know, 1 3/4 pounds or so. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Fishing was a little bit tough today. When the bass kind of shut down on me, I went after some stripers and I caught a couple. Can't complain there. I did get about 20 minutes worth of sunshine, so you guys up north need to take your weather back. But please subscribe, click the thumbs up, leave a comment, come back and fish with me next time.